Ready, sir? Ready. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Welcome to the City of Providence Board of Contract and Supply meeting of Monday, June 16th, 2025. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Courtney Hopkins. Present. Kyle Delgado.
Present.
Councilman Gonzalez is absent. Councilwoman Anthony. Present. Sarah Silveria.
Present.
Elaine Richards.
Present.
Joseph Dakina.
Present.
Patricia Coyne Fade.
Present.
Shamari Husband.
Present.
John Arzamanian.
Present.
Dante Bellini.
Present.
Tyrell Stevens is absent. You have 10 present and 2 absent. You have a quorum.
I'd like to entertain a motion to elect myself chairperson. Second. Motion made by Director Dakina, seconded by Director Richards. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Please let the record reflect that we are joined today by Megan DeSanto, Deputy City Solicitor.
So noted.
I'd like to entertain a motion to go to Section B, opening of bids. So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Director Richards, seconded by Director Delgado. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Section B, opening of bids. Item 1, Department of Housing and Human Services, 8-hour renovation, repair, and painting training provider, 5-year contract. 2 bids. 2 bids. Titan lead testing, doing business as Environmental Training Institute, unit price bid, $250 per student. And Childhood Led Action Project, unit price bid, $225 per trainee. Item 2, Department of Housing and Human Services, licensed radon testing services, 4-year contract.
There are no bids. This item will be advertised.
Item 3, Department of Housing and Human Services, on-call environmental lead paint inspection services. 1 bid. 1 bid. Okay, Environmental Lead Detection Inc. Unit price bid. Item 4, Department of Parks, site improvements at Iola French Park.
This item will be extended until June 30th, 2025.
Item 5, Department of Planning and Development, engineering and design for Cathedral Square pedestrian plaza improvements.
6 bids.
6 bids. Inform Studio, $137,430. Horsley Witten Group. Total cost $290,293. Beta Group Inc., $176,545. Ray Dunnett's Landscape Architecture, $199,298.50. Tie and Bond Inc., $280,159. And Copley Wolf Design Group, $459,300. Item 6, Providence Police Department, written police promotional examination for the rank of sergeant and lieutenant.
Two bids.
Two bids. Miami-Dade College Assessment Center, $149,713. National Testing Network, $74,020. Item 7, Department of Public Property, Cash Vault Services, 1-year contract with 2 1-year options.
This item will be extended until June 30, 2025.
Item 8, Department of Public Property, General Contractor Services for Davy Lokes Recreation Center, CPF improvement.
Three bids.
3 bids. Tower Construction Corp., $5,544,000. This Landis Construction Inc., $6,744,255. Bentley Builders LLC. $5,989,308. Item 9, Department of Public Property, General Contractor Services for Joplin Recreation Center CPF improvements.
4 bids.
4 bids. Collins Construction Company. $3,319,124.10. Martone Service Company, Inc., $3,399,367. New England Construction, $3,571,510. And Bentley Builders LLC, $3,343,689. Item 10, Department of Public Works, bituminous concrete.
5 bids.
I wasn't sure I said that correctly.
And a lot of boats.
Oh, this is an RFQ. An RFQ,
Or the Timmins concrete.
yeah.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
It's an RFQ. No, that's an RFQ. We've got Vinagros Materials, LLC. And it says, that pricing is not applicable. It's an RFQ. Sure. Lynch Corp. Also replying to an RFQ. And Narragansett Improvement Company, also RFQ. Johnston Asphalt LLC. RFQ. And the Amber Construction Company. Item 11, Department of Public Works, Portland Cement Concrete.
This item is being re-advertised. No bids.
Item 12, Department of Public Works, rebid, street sweeping services, 1-year contract with 1-year option for renewal.
Bids.
What's that?
3 bids.
Rebids. This is a Greenview Street, Greenview Tree Service, sorry, and this is also responding to an RFQ.
Sweeping.
Yeah. Demco LLC, also responding. The first one was Greenview.
They're all in the end.
Cable industrial sweeping. RFQ. Item 13. Department of Recreation, Providence Recreation Online Platform for branded promotional items, 1-year contract with 2 1-year options to renew.
1 6, I'm sorry. It's being extended on us?
And then he can, the last hour.
And this item's being extended.
Item 13 is being extended. Okay. Item 14, Department of Public Property, locksmith services 2-year contract with 2 1-year options to renew.
No bids, but this item will remain on the agenda until further notice.
Item 15, Department of Public Property, catering service, open enrollment, 1-year contract with 3 1-year options.
1 bid, and this will also remain on the agenda until further notice.
The American Bodega on Smith, unit price.
There's one or two.
There is one. Yes. Item 16, Department of Public Property, plumbing fixtures and supplies blanket contract, 2-year contract with 2 1-year options to renew.
There are no bids, this item will remain on the agenda until further notice.
And item 17, Department of Public Property, on-call HVAC maintenance, repair and installation services, 2-year contract with 2 1-year options.
3 bids. And also this item will remain on the agenda until further notice, I'm sorry.
Okay. Next Gen Mechanical Inc. Your unit price bid. Arden Engineering Constructors LLC, unit price bid. Chemtech Mechanical LLC, unit price bid. Madam Clerk, are there any unmarked bids?
1 unmarked bid.
This is Best Plumbing Specialties. What was that? Plumbing fixtures. Oh, this is for item 16. Unit price bid, and this will also remain on the.
Correct.
All right, so this completes the opening of bids. I'd like to entertain a motion to send the bids to the clerk's office.
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Treasurer Husband, second by Director Richards, all in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. I'd like to entertain a motion to move to section C, advertisements.
Move. Seconded.
Motion made by Director DePina, seconded by Director Salgado. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the advertisements in section C as well as re-advertising items 2 and 11 from section B.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Director Delgado, seconded by Director Bellini. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. I'd like to entertain a motion to move to section A, review.
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Director DePina, seconded by Director Richards. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Madam Clerk, do you have an item that needs to be?
I do, Madam Chair, I would like to get a motion to amend items numbers 15 and 16 to reflect the appropriate Department of Housing and Human Services, please.
Well, motion.
So.
Motion made by Director Richards, seconded by Director Bellini. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Councilwoman Anthony, do you have any items?
I have a couple, number 13. The approval to pay gas technology. I'm just wondering if we have a contract on this, with this, vendor?
Is there anyone here that can speak on this matter? We can certainly pay you an answer.
Yeah, let's hear.
That's all right. I'm just looking at your approval to pay Bellis Technology and, I'm just wondering, whether you have a contract and how this additional, is this an additional amount? Not to exceed 18,000? I'm just wondering what this is, what the system is, whether we have a contract and how this amount is calculated.
So we do have a contract with them and the system, that's the system that we use to solicit our CDBG applications.
Can you just identify yourself for the record, please?
Yes, sorry, Alyssa McDermott, Director of Housing and Community Development.
Okay, and the amount, and so this is during the normal course of the contract that they've exceeded their, law, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you, that's all I needed on that. And then I have a question on 17. The approval to purchase software to manage time clocks.
Latham Time. Is anyone here familiar with that contract, Latham Time?
This is the, so some departments are opting to have visible, different kinds of time clocks. In their department, they like require fingerprints or other identifiers, for people punch in and out. So I think as new departments are electing to use it, it wants to keep with the same technology in every department. But when it was originally procured, it was only for one.
Okay, so this is the clock and, Europe's time sheet.
Or punch in and out.
Her pension now.
Yeah.
Okay. And her, I mean, has this been made available to all the departments at this point? These are just a couple that are gonna be added, or will there be more added?
I don't know.
All right, thank you. 19. Urban Efficient Mulford.
We're gonna hear something.
Hi, actually, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, I'm just wondering about, this is a one-term medical marketing. And it's because we inadvertently omitted some medical plans. Can you just explain that?
Of course, so last year, when we initially wrote the letter to extend, we had some turnover since then, so the letter was written last year. It only included the self-insured plans, not the fully insured plans. And those rates, depending on the plans, change every July 1 or January 1. So this just adds in the fully insured plans at their new rates, and all of the funding was accounted for in the fiscal 2010 budget. So this is not additional, an additional request, it was just to request to pay for those plans.
Oh, for the plans. Okay, okay, thank you. Understood. Thank you so much.
Can you identify yourself for the record? Of course, actually, here on the people, so dependent.
Thank you. Number 23, city drones.
Dress, for use for the, organized crime unit of the police.
I'm sorry, the thermal system, what is that?
A what?
What are we purchasing?
It's a drone.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do we have a contract with them?
We do not. All the members of the department have previously been trained in the use of the Cloud City Maverick drone. Mavic drone, I'm sorry. So to go to another model, everyone would have to be retrained again. And that would be more costly than just buying the drone.
Okay, so are we, as a city, just going to purchase them whenever we feel we need them? Is that the theory?
Please,
Is that what we're going to do moving forward?
they use them as an investigative tool.
I understand, yep,
Yeah.
but why they use them, I'm just wondering, if we have no contract, and I'm just, so are we gonna just be looking for approval to purchase every time we need an additional drone?
Possibly, yes.
Then number 31. Sorry, questions. So this is for Director Conte. The parking management system, why are we still receiving invoices? I mean, is there an end date by which the invoices have to be submitted? Or is there any kind of time requirement in contract with them, or what's going on?
So in terms of the clerical error, I don't know if that was ours or theirs.
Okay,
And for the second part, but I know that it changes the amount of the. And I'm not sure why there wasn't enough in the initial contract to cover the invoices to the end of this fiscal year. But in order to reconcile the invoices to the end of this fiscal year, that's why we need to. Can I get more detail on this?
I would appreciate it.
Sure.
Claire, do you know how much the clerical error was?
I don't, I mean, I noticed that it says to correct the rate, but I don't know what the error is.
Exactly.
So I can find out.
Yeah, I'd just like to know
Sure.
what's the clerical error, who made it? And also, you know, what additional funding is needed to pay the rest of the invoices for fiscal year 24-25. In other words, a breakout of the amount of money that you're asking for.
Sure.
91,000. Thank you. And then I don't think I have any more questions, thanks.
Director DeBoer, do you have any questions?
Yes, Chairman, just a comment. I know item 3 is being referred to the city council. I just wanted to, make a comment that I've been speaking with the public property department, and I know in relation to items 8 and 9 on the bid openings, which are also under the CPF grant program. Their intentions hopefully are, with this Elmwood Community Center award being referred to council, maybe having a consolidated conversation about the whole CPF grant program, so that these other 2 awards for Davy Lopes and Jocelyn can kind of be more streamlined. Similar to ARPA, we're working with a spending deadline at the end of 26, I believe it is. So they are looking to kind of navigate this, the timeline for this and get this out effectively. So Chairwoman, just wanted to bring that to your attention there. Items 8 and 9 there. And just a quick question on that. I know it's being referred, but Director Arzamanian, Martone Services, they were the contractor for the first phase, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the feedback, from the pro temp, I know there was some, less than desirable outcomes on the last time. How is the engagement going to be different with Martone, or just, oversight? Kind of on this one.
Maybe more oversight. That makes me better.
Sure, Ben Lomoff, project manager for public property. So we did receive 3 bids, we disqualified the lowest we won. This is the bid one. The one is the next lowest. They have a full bid package. Understand that there's, they just said, Hartford from the previous phase, which they were confident on, we're confident with brand new architects, owner's project manager on board. We have brand new drawings that are complete. You can see from the 3 bids, the total bid amounts were extremely close, which just speaks to the quality of this construction documents. So with all that in mind, we could cover all the skeletons in the closet, so to speak, of the building, so we know what we're getting into. We're much more confident, more positive about it.
Thank you.
So I have another question about that one. One of the bidders that lost has indicated in the past that the majority of their employees are Providence residents. Is there any reason why we don't include a question about that in the bid?
About Providence residents,
About the utilization of Providence residents, I think that they look kind of close in terms of those bids, and that's also something that we should be considering. Especially when one of those that is indicated that the majority of their employees are Providence residents.
my understanding is that as it stands with the city laws and ordinances, we're not allowed to disqualify based on not having city residents. So it might be a qualitative factor, but not necessarily a reason that you could award or disqualify over and over.
But it could be. Well, we're not considering it, so we're not considering it as a policy.
Right.
So we can't consider the utilization now local,
We could ask for it, but I don't see how we could use that in our determination.
so legally.
That would. Was that from both? Problems.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
The state law is such that we're not allowed to discriminate based on residency.
We're not allowed to discriminate based on
Residents.
residency. So we can't ask if they utilize the,
You can ask, but I don't think we cannot easily use it as a basis to choose one vendor over another. When they are equally qualified or have, competitive bids.
oh, like we discussed that, so no.
Happy to.
Thank you. That was a point.
Any other questions or comments?
Thank you, Chairwoman.
Right, I would like to entertain a motion to approve items 1 through 35 as amended. With items 1, 3, and 4 being referred to the city council.
So moved. Seconded.
Motion made by Treasurer Husband, seconded by Director Delgado. All in favor? Oh, sorry, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Courtney Hawkins. Kyle Delgado.
Aye.
Councilman Gonzalez is absent. Councilwoman Anthony. Aye. Sarah Silveria.
Aye.
Elaine Richards.
Aye.
Joseph DePina.
Aye.
Patricia Coin Big.
Aye.
Shamari Husband.
Nay.
John Arzamanian. Dante Bellini. Tyrell Stevens is absent. You have 9 ayes, 1 A, 2 absent. The matters are approved as amended with items 1, 3, and 4 requiring council approval.
I'd like to entertain a motion to, excuse me, move to section D, approval of minutes. Motion made by Director DePina, seconded by Director Richards, all in favor? Opposed, the ayes have it. The board's been provided a copy of the minutes from the Monday, June 2nd, 2025 Board of Contract and Supply meeting. Are there any edits or corrections? Hearing none, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from Monday, June 2nd, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Director Richards, seconded by Director Bellini, all in favor? All opposed, the ayes have it. I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn. Second. Motion made by Director Capina, seconded by Director Richards, all in favor? All opposed, the ayes have it. This meeting is adjourned.
Yes, sir.